I mean, what more is there for me to say other than Netflix? Hey, if you're watching, we need season 2 tomorrow, so get on that. What is up, Netflix fans? Welcome back to my channel. Every week, we're talking a brand new movie or show on Netflix, and we have our final 3 episodes of one of the best animated shows in recent memory, and that is Arcane. But do these final 3 episodes live up to the hype? We're gonna dive into it. I need all of your thoughts down below. How did you feel? What was your favorite emotional moment? And if you like these reviews, drop your thumbs up. We're definitely going to be covering Arcane more on this channel as soon as we get confirmation for another season. And in episode 7, we meet up with Caitlyn and Vi, who meet in an alley in Zaun streets and head into a frenzied battle with a common foe. Viktor decides to make a dire decision, and Arcane continues to build to a culmination in episode 5 that will have fans, well, first of all, on the edge of their seats, but also once it cuts to black or cuts to credits for the last time, you're all sitting back thinking, is that it? And not in a bad way, just I have been loving this show so much these last 9 episodes, whether it be the care for the characters, the story slowly building over time, getting a nice sense of payoff and finality in the final 3 episodes, but also where it leaves off, like this giant, oh my god, I have to see where this goes next. And I think that's the sign of a beautiful series, but one that you believe is going to take so long to get us to another season. There's almost this breath that gets taken out of us, like, I can't believe I have to wait. But you know what? All of this is a testament to the quality of Arcane Season 1. And I thoroughly enjoyed the first 6 episodes, but I was a bit fearful going into these final 3. It's like, how are you going to pay off on a lot of these storylines, whether it be Finn and Silco, what's going on with Mel or Vi, the battles that take place, both physical and mental battles, mental warfare, if you will, especially in that final episode when you believe something is about to happen, a character is about to make a very irrational decision, but the narrative opts to pull back and allow it to go in more of a civil way, which I really appreciate. Oftentimes, animation, I want to say like this, but there's really no other animation like this. It chooses to go the route of more explosion-heavy, battle-centric finality within a season that has already been full of those things, and we definitely get those. Like I said, we get plenty of action in these final few episodes and moments that just bring you a sense of horror and unjustness within what the characters are doing both to each other and to really the civilization at large. But I believe the best thing about Arcane is the sense of restraint. Austin, what are you talking about? Refraining from going what I want to call that extra mile. And sometimes going the extra mile is really good, but oftentimes it can create for a more convoluted and complicated plot. And while Arcane's plot had a lot going on, right, there are plenty of subplots and things building up to the final 3 episodes, I don't ever feel as if it got overly complicated. I was in on all of these storylines and the way that they come together, especially in the final episode, but giving us things in episodes 7 and 8 that worked extremely well for the narrative. Oh my gosh, Vi's storyline. Now, I mentioned Restraint. This isn't a character that you're going to show a lot of restraint with in that final episode, showing up at the bar and taking everyone head-on, fighting similar foes, but this time the battles are giving us very different outcomes because of the way that characters have trained and learned. But I think what we all wanted to see was a culmination between Vi and Jinx, how that journey leads them to one final confrontation. And in that final episode, we get that interaction between she, Jinx, Silco, and Caitlyn. What a perfect way to do it, by the way, at the dinner table. But it's basically this power play that culminates with the character of Jinx, I believe, fully embracing certain things. And we've seen that progression so beautifully throughout the episodes. But the way that it all comes together, my absolute favorite part of the finale. I just love the dialogue. I love the back and forth. I love the tension that was built in that moment. Silco playing an integral role in the buildup of so many things, and I knew he would play a role, at least his presence and what his character means to certain other characters, but the way that it actually goes down in that final episode, I'm like, oh, so that's how they're going to do it. And again, and I've said this the last 2 videos, not knowing a lot about the lore and where these characters go from here allowed me to come up with my own predictions as to how this would play out. And even though I saw a couple of these turns coming, I didn't know how exactly it would go down. and I didn't know how truly epic the finale itself would be, and really these final 3 episodes. By the way, I love the decision on Netflix's part to split this up the way that they did, each part being a distinctly different thing for Arcane and allowing fans to talk about this. I feel like after Arcane, they're going to do this a little bit more with some of their series because you get that build-up, kind of like what other platforms are doing with their shows. So I thought it worked out extremely well for Arcane, and everyone was so hyped going into every weekend because of it. That's just a great way to do it. I could also speak upon the animation and the art style one more time, but we've talked about it. We know how incredible it is. One of the best-looking animated shows ever, in my opinion. Just phenomenal to look at, to soak in. It does nothing but amplify this narrative, makes it even better, even if it was struggling from a story perspective, which, again, I didn't care about every single subplot, but the majority I was completely locked in and invested on, but all of that is made better by the visuals, by the epic battles, by the way that it plays out and ends off, and when Episode 9 is finished, and like I said earlier, when it cuts to credits, I was just wanting more so bad, but that is a sign of how good this series is. Let's go ahead and get into my score as a whole. I've tried to score these individually, but now I'm going to give you guys a number for this season. Before I do that, thank you so much for watching, following along every single weekend talking about Arcane. We talk everything, streaming, Disney+, Netflix, all of those things, and of course movies and theaters. So if you want to subscribe, we just hit 100K on this channel, and we are still going, and drop your thumbs up. That would be awesome. But my score for Arcane as a whole is a rock solid 92%. One of the highest scores I've given all year for a television show. I would be shocked if it's not in my top 10. And we don't have too much longer to wait because we're already at the end of November, guys. My top 10 lists are coming. Movies and TV shows still have a few more things to see, but December is going to be the craziest month, like it always is on this channel. So stay tuned. You guys are the best. Please, please, please let me know down below, what did you think of Arcane? And also let myself, and most importantly others, know down below what are some other animated series or animes like Arcane that you could recommend. Doesn't even have to be on Netflix. I believe a lot of people are going to be looking for the next thing to watch in this vein. So if you guys could leave some recommendations down below for others, along with your thoughts on this series in general, I think that would be a great thing. I love this community. I love the fact that we can recommend and kind of share these types of things with each other, so I appreciate that. And as someone, like I've been saying, who doesn't play League of Legends, what should I do next? Where do I go from here? Do I just play League of Legends? Is that how this works? Appreciate it, guys. I'll see you soon.